All right, we go live a couple minutes early here. You guys get to look at my face for a little bit. Just tying up some loose ends before we blast off. Can I make space jokes already? Alright, I'm just going to make sure that we are live. Ah, yeah, looks like it. There's my silly face. What's up, Bayo? Okay, we're going live. We're going to play some Astroneer. I'll go ahead and launch it, and I'll just sort of start talking a bit while it launches up. So, for those of you who haven't seen our streams before, we've only done a few of them, so I don't blame you. My name is Adam. I'm one of the co-founders of Astroneer. I'm also one of the artists on the game, and I've done a few streams in the past where you maybe saw me work on some planets and some moons and things like that, so I tend to focus on the world. So I'll be able to talk a lot about the world and planet stuff. I can answer any questions you guys might have, but I'll go more in depth on the art stuff, and then the design and audio and multiplayer stuff. I'll just make sure I pressure the other guys on the team to come do a stream for you guys so they can talk about those things. Yeah, we're live now. I'm ready to get going here. So I did a tweet yesterday asking what you guys wanted to see, and the biggest thing was you guys just wanted me to play, which makes a lot of sense. You want to see the game. One of the reasons I wanted to do this blog post is that one of the reasons I wanted to do the stream is that I wrote a blog post 2 weeks ago, sort of talking about what you can expect when the game comes out in December. And I think the messaging that I was trying to get across is that when the game launches in December, it's going to be incomplete. Now, you know, obviously that comes with what it means to be in a paid alpha, like early access or game preview, but I still think it's a good thing to message and to show. So I wanted to jump into the build of the game that we have right now, which is what I'm showing you guys here. I'm on the front menu. And show you the actual state of the game as it is live on Steam right now. And if anybody raised an eyebrow about that when I say live on Steam, what do I mean? Because you guys can't play it right now. Is we actually have a private beta that we do with friends and family. It's called the Friends and Family Beta. And we use that to get personal feedback from people that we think can be really brutally honest with us, both in terms of decisions that we're making, things that are in the game, initial reactions, things like that, so that when we launch it to you guys to give us even more brutal feedback, we at least have some of the kinks ironed out early on. What I'm going to do really quickly here is just Alt-Tab, so I can quickly just see the chat, because I'm going to want to make sure I can address your questions that you might have. Yeah, so I'm playing the Friends and Family Beta. This is in about 200 of our close friends and family's hands right now, so this is exactly what they're playing and what they're giving us feedback on. So, yeah, you'll be able to see it. So again, game's in development. It'll be in development well after early access, so we can expect a lot of janky stuff to happen. I'm sure I might even crash to my desktop a couple times. That's natural at this point. But the good news is I can save games and continue. And if I can't continue, I can always start a new game or cheat, and we can go and do other stuff. So, why don't I just go ahead and launch into the planet? I'm gonna choose red. So this is our little space station that you're going to leave orbit from and hit on every planet. And you can see that there's some planets in the solar system already. I've got that one over there. Trying to find some other ones. There's one way back there. Oh, here I am coming in through the clouds. Yeah, there's some planets around that we can eventually travel to, but first I just sort of need to get my grounding. One other thing I wanted to sort of mention before I get going here is I actually have a friend with me. Here, I'll see if I can get him on camera really quickly. Rich, can you wave? Hello. And he's not a developer. He's actually played, I think, about an hour's worth of Astroneer. So he's new. So he's completely new, and he's going to run around in the background while I play. And I'll check in with him to see how he's doing. And if he's got questions, I will try to answer them, and as well as any questions that you guys have as I go through to the best of my ability. So, Richard, you can go ahead and join anytime you want. It's up to you, whenever you think is clever. I just started, so go ahead. So I touched down. I landed on this planet from my pod, and the two things I have to worry about so that I don't die is my oxygen and my power. Those are represented on the backpack. The blue bar across the top is my oxygen, and the yellow bar, vertical yellow bar, is my power. My backpack represents my inventory as well, so I can just sit there and hit the Q button to look at my backpack and bring it up. And like other games in the sort of survival or exploration sandbox genre, you can do a bit of crafting, or what we like to say 3D printing. Some 3D printing right on your person, but eventually you're going to have to build something that gives you more options to do that stuff. On the early game, we have two main resources that we look for, that we try to use when we're building, and one of them is called resin, and the other one's called compound, and that's because we feed those into a 3D printer, so it kind of makes sense to have those things. They're going to be around this planet, and that's the first thing I need to look for when I'm getting started here, because otherwise what will happen is if I go off my tether, you'll see my oxygen is slowly depleting there at the top. And if I go back and tether in, which is what this blue line represents, that's my tether, I will replenish my oxygen. Now if I go away and I use my deform tool, which will consume power, my backpack will slowly regenerate, and I can do things, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, to make that go a lot faster. One thing too before I go on, there's actually going to be some people that are watching this that have no idea what this game is. So this game's Astroneer. It's a sandbox exploration game that explores themes from things like aerospace industry, interplanetary travel, and really just what does it mean to be an astronaut on a planet, exploring it, finding things, making discoveries, researching them, doing that with friends, eventually doing that with strangers. And we want to build a game that explores those ideas. And because we're going into early access, we want to explore them with the community as well. We have a roadmap that we want to take the game in, but we're going to be a liquid developer. We're going to move and pivot whenever we need to based on the reactions that we get. So it's nighttime already. There is a full day-night cycle. So the first thing I'm going to do is just grab some compounds. And I think one point that's worth bringing up... Richard, have you been able to join?
Not yet.
Okay. What was I saying? So, I'm going to go ahead and grab this compound here. And you'll see I just sort of pull it out of the ground. It flies into my large deformation tool. Some people call it a space vacuum. Now, I've got enough to print a couple things, but to print I actually need power, so I'm going to have to go ahead and wait for that to come back. So why don't I just quickly burn some oxygen and check out this wreck here and see what's inside. Oh, there's one thing there that I'm going to want to grab. I'll come back for this thing. What's in the inside? Okay, we got a battery, copper, lithium, and that looks like a seat. So I will remember that those things are there. Actually, I'm going to steal that battery. That'll be good to have additional power. Actually, I might as well grab them all. Oh, you know what? The collision's being silly, so why don't I do this? Did I grab everything? Yes, I did. Alright. So yeah, you guys just saw me rip a couple things off the station and put them in my backpack. Astroneer uses a completely diegetic interface, and what we mean by that is everything happens in the world in 3D. We try to avoid 2D UI elements whenever possible. We do them on things like you see on the pod over there where it says extend. But when you're actually interfacing with things in the world, that's all happening physically with the actual object itself. So I have these 6 items in my backpack right now. I can actually just grab them and pull them out. And that's sort of how you'll interact with the world. And I can grab them and throw them right back in again. Oops. Oops. So I've got a battery that filled up with additional power. I've got copper that I don't really need right now. I've got lithium that I don't really need. And what I'll do is, these guys are actually kind of useful to me, so I'll just snap them to the side of my pod for now. It's just like 2 little free storage spots. I'll just keep them there for later. So I've got compounds. I'm going to print a couple things here. I'm going to print a generator, which I'll talk about in a second. And I'm going to print some tethers. Cupid Man asks, will there be a story mode or something else? There won't be a story mode, but or I shouldn't say there won't be, but we don't have any plans for that right now. But if you're looking for something like objectives and you know, the game sort of suggesting things that you can do, we will have stuff like that in play. Right now, though, I'm just going to play the sandbox. and leave some of that alone so that you guys can discover it yourself when you're playing. I'm just going to focus on the sandbox and exploring and stuff like that. But we will have something of a linear path if you want to take that. So let's see here. I've got a bundle of tethers. I've got my battery, so I'm good for power a little bit. I've got a generator should I want to generate more power, which I can show you guys in a second. But if I want to expand my base, I do so by dragging the conduit out from the pod that I landed on, and just sort of dropping it anywhere in the world. So I think this is a nice flat spot. I'm going to go ahead and click. And now it's just showing me a hologram of what that'll look like once I come back with some resin. So the first thing I want to do is find resin, which is not that resource that we see way off in the background. That is compound. Resin is the other of the two starting resources that we want to look for. So I'm going to get some high ground, take a little look around. There's some way out there. Actually, that'll be a good opportunity for me to show the tether system. So tethering, once you have a bundle of tethers in your backpack, you can hit T and you will drop a tether line down. And this is a way for you to get away from your base without draining too much power, or excuse me, too much oxygen. And it's also a way for you to do things like going spelunking inside of caves. It's just like long form travel. And the reason I'm doing it out to this thing instead of out to say something like this, so here's resin in the ground. This is what it looks like when it's in the ground. And this is what it looks like when it's at a core. And our inspiration for this design is, as far as I understand, it comes from sort of RTSs. So we have a single spot that you can go to for a resource. It's got a limited amount of resources, but it generates over time. So right now, if I look at the marking at the top, it says there's 6 remaining. And if I go ahead and deform, I'll sort of see that I'm starting to collect the resin out of there. Oops, the resin out of there. It's filling up in the back of my tool, and it goes right into my backpack. So I've grabbed 4. Why don't I go ahead and grab one more? Oh, I can't grab one more. That's just going to poop out of the back there. We'll leave that there. That's fine. Oops. So here's some jankiness going on. I'm just going to go ahead and make that a little bit closer. Now we're going to run back. New pro player is asking if there's a roadmap. We have a roadmap. We just haven't shared it yet. We want to make sure that what we communicate on there is as affirmative as possible. So that'll be out right before we launch, and you can check that out. But we definitely have an idea of where the game's going. Okay, so we have the pod, we have the resin. Now normally I could take this resin and I could just click it. I could put it on the ground if I wanted to, or I could click it and snap it, which is one way of interacting with stuff. But to speed that up, and this is actually feedback that came from our friends and family beta, as long as it's in your inventory, it's active. And what I could do is actually just click on the holograms and it'll throw it in there. So it's nice and fast. And what I've done now is I've built myself a platform. And this is a base platform where I can build base modules. To start, you have 3 that you can use. And as you make more discoveries, you will unlock new blueprints and new things to build. So that's one of the reasons you're going to go out and explore, is to find some resource tokens that you can then use, or excuse me, some research tokens that you can then use to unlock new blueprints, new tools, new things to use. So the first thing I'm going to build is actually going to be a vehicle bay. And to do that, this is telling me that I need 4 compounds. So I need 2 on one side and 2 on the other. I've got 2 on me, so let's go ahead and throw those in there, and I'm going to go find 2 more. Richard, are you in? Oh, you are in?
Yep.
Yay, what up, dude? Okay, I need compound. Do you want to help me with that?
Sure.
That's the pink stuff. I'm going to go back and get more resin if you're going to grab compound. The land is auto-leveling as I build new buildings, and also that terrain is indestructible right now. Obviously, that's subject to change as we go along, but it's just a way for us to get around some folks that were deforming the terrain under their bases and then losing their base modules completely. That was a question asked by Solstice. So I've got some resin here. I'll wait for... oops, I'm sliding still. I will wait for Richard to come back. Did you find any compound?
Where was the compound?
Oh, there's some around here. Let's see if we can find some really quickly. Oh, there's some, if you go southwest from the base. Where'd you go? There you go. Nope, other way. This way, dude. Go that way. Yeah, there's a whole bunch over on that hill. Just make sure you watch your oxygen so you don't die. So I'll get some of the rest of the base started here. I will do another conduit that comes out. Oops. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer here. There we go. Go ahead and throw that on there. And for this one, I'm going to do a large printer. So I'm going to drop off this resin, and I'm going to fill up on some of that compound that Richard's grabbing. Panzerfoss says, I feel like the player should be responsible for flattening terrain. Absolutely, and those are those things that as we build the game, we'll introduce those sort of things. But we need to A, ramp those ideas up internally as developers, and we also need to ramp you guys up as the players of that, so that we can slowly introduce you to some of the new mechanics that we have in the game. But I think I agree, and there's other people on the team that you will eventually be responsible for those things. That's good feedback. Thank you. Okay, so I've got enough compounds. I'm flying my camera around here, and if Riley's watching me, he's gonna be shaking his fist at the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 compounds, and now this bad boy is ready to print. So now we're gonna go ahead and print a printer. Okay, so I've got the vehicle bay, and it's unpowered right now, which is what that little thing there is telling me up above. That's the actual printer that's going to spit out the resin. So this would be a good opportunity to show the generator, which I have in my backpack. I'm going to take this off my backpack, and I'm going to plug it into the vehicle bay. And now I need organic. And organic is what you get from plants when you collect them. You can see in the back of my gun, it's filling up with that green nugget. By the way, if you ever heard me refer to a nugget, I always call these things nuggets. It's a term that we've had since the game started in development over 2 years ago. And we haven't dropped it. Will this game have controller support in EA? Here, I'll tell you what. Check this out. This is a controller in my hand. I'm playing. I'm running around. Let's do this. Okay, so what did I say I was going to do? I was going to say I was going to grab the organic and drop it in that. Let's see if I can do that with the controller. There we go. So now that generator is burning that organic to generate power, and that power is going into the vehicle bay here, and you can see those yellow bars are filling up. Once it fills up completely, then I will be able to move on to printing some cool things. Gredran says, "Good job for being featured." Oh, sweet. That's awesome that they did that for us. If anybody from Twitch is watching, thank you so much. Okay, so we are filling up the power on this vehicle bay, and what I want to do is build a rover, because that'll let me go even farther for even longer. And just for time's sake, I'm going to switch back to mouse and keyboard. So we do have controller support. I can show that again. I'm running around. I can sprint, and I can deform. I can switch modes, I can add modes, but it's still in development. It's a little shaky, so I'm just going to use mouse and keyboard because that is what I am most familiar with and comfortable with. So I'm going to add those 2 compounds that I've got onto the vehicle bay. And now the vehicle is ready to print. Now the vehicle will not be ready to drive. It's just going to be a flat chassis. What's Richard doing way over there? Looks like he's grabbing some stuff. That's cool. I'm going to grab some more organic really quickly. Just so that I can power this up again. Because what I want to do is I actually want to put a seat on that rover so that I can then drive it. And to do that, I do it at the printer bay again. So I've got that generator. And now that generator again is burning. The batteries will fill up. Once it's filled up, I will use some of these organics right here. Excuse me, these compounds. And print myself a seat. While that's doing it, why don't I try to answer some questions? How are the maps hosted in co-op? Some kind of P2P. Yeah, it's something like peer-to-peer. So Richard's, I mean, he's at my house right now. He's in my basement playing with me, but we're online playing. And my computer is just hosting this server. When we launch on early access later this year, you'll only be able to play with friends from your Steam or Xbox friends list. And we'll grow that eventually to the point where perhaps dedicated servers, things like that, so that you can actually come across strangers while you're playing. But again, just like sort of everything that you're going to see as I play, we're starting with baby steps on everything. We're getting all the ideas in so that the core experience of Astroneer is there, and then we can just expand those and grow those with you guys based on the feedback that you give us. So that includes multiplayer. And the simplest form of that would just be like a peer-to-peer situation or solution where you can join with friends and go from there, and then we'll grow that. Yeah, I'm in my basement. So, System Era is a company that we founded in Seattle, Washington. I live in Ontario, Canada, and I've started it with some friends that I have out in Washington. So I actually work from home in my basement, but the rest of the company works out of our office in Seattle. There's four of us there, and our audio designer Riley, he works out of his house, Salt Lake City. Will we be able to customize will we be able to customize the color of our characters? Yes. I chose red. Eventually, I'm sure you'll be able to like pick a color yourself, but we have 4 colors that you can start with. We also have new suits for the Astroneers that we haven't shown yet. They are cute as hell. I love each of them, and I'm really excited to make that announcement. We're just not going to do that today. Okay, so I've got a rover. I've got a seat that's ready to be printed. What else can I throw in here? Is it just the seat? Okay, just the seat for now. So I'm going to go ahead and snap these compounds in there. Thank you, Richard, for finding those. Richard, do you want to work on getting us a storage rack for the... do you want to work on getting us a storage rack for the rover?
Sure. What do you want me to build?
Yeah. You need to make the printer, which is over here. Here, follow me. I'll show you. You're gonna need. Oh boy, we're gonna need 6 compound altogether. So anyway, come over here. I'll show you really quick. So you're gonna want to drop the 4 compound on the print on this base here to build the printer. Here, I'll help you out. There's more over here. I'll go grab it. Go ahead and throw those in. Go ahead and hit that print button at the top. Beauty. So this is our printer. This is like a large crafting table if you've played a game like Minecraft. It's unpowered, so just like the vehicle bay, we need to power it. So why don't we do something now that the sun's out? Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and give us a solar panel. Now this is a small solar panel, so it will move slower, but we can actually rip it off our suit, plug it in. It's going to point itself at the sun, which is nice. And it's going to slowly power. Oh, you got one too, so let's speed that up. Nicely done. Done. Okay, so we've got storage, which takes 2 compound, 1. Okay, so we've got storage, which takes 2 compound. Printing storage. Now that the storage is done, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And we're good to go. So we've got 8 additional slots. 2 slots on the... or 1 slot on the front, 1 slot on the back. Why don't we... I'll get out for a second. Let's take these guys. This is going to look a little silly, but that's okay. And that'll slowly power that. And take the other one. Actually, here, Richard, why don't you take that solar panel for yourself? I'm going to rip that generator. So there's actually a... Oh, you know what I just realized? I want to go grab... I found a researchable item. So I'm going to leave that here. I'm going to take this really quickly over to this wreck. Now, I got lucky with one spawning by me, so I won't consume much of anything here to get it. But I'm gonna grab this thing, which looks like a space barbecue, but that's okay. And it's unknown. I have to research it. There's something inside that I want. I can't unlock it until I research it. Go ahead and bring that back. So we're gonna need to expand our base again and build ourselves a research module. Which means... Oh, you're already on it. More resin. And I found that resin core earlier, so I'm going to drive out there and fill this bad boy up. I'll be right back, Rich. Oh, you're already going.
Cool.
Wait, which way are you going? Here, I'll go this way. Host migration is not in right now. I'm sure it's on Brennan's. I'm sure it's on Brennan's path, but it's just one of those things we'll have to prioritize. Does gravity vary on different planets? Sure does. I'll make it a goal of mine to get to another planet with Richard. That'll be... Let me see if I can actually think about how I can do that. Yeah, we'll just need the shuttle. We'll need 2 seats. I've already got 1 on the rover. And some fuel. We should be able to do that in the 2 hours. We'll try to get to another planet. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got the storage rack. It's got a little bit of resin on it. I want a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and pluck that on there. I think somebody said I'm doing it with telekinesis. And get out, please. There we go. Alright, quickly going to grab this resin. Nom nom. Oh, no power. Well, that solar panel is not doing me any good now, is it? So, let's see here. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put that in my backpack for when the sun comes out. I've got a generator around here somewhere. There it is. Any plants nearby? Oh, there is. Perfect. Oh, I just got enough too. Beauty. So I'm going to take that generator off of the storage rack. I'm actually going to plug it into the back of the rover to save myself a spot. So I'm actually not getting any power from the rover, and that's because I have to do that manually myself right now. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to take out the conduit and plug it into my backpack and just sit there and fill up for a second. Alright, full backpack. Let's get some more resin. I don't know if there's any more down here. I'm just going to jump in and take a... Oh, there's one. Wait, was that one? No, that wasn't one. Looks like I may have depleted this one already. Alright. Back to my base. Alright, Rich, I'm coming back with a, oh wow, you've already, you've also got a bunch of resin. Perfect. I'm gonna get out. Let me think here. Let's go ahead and grab, I've got some on my backpack. We'll spend that, actually no, let's spend the storage rack first. And I want to do research. I'm going to clean up this mess a little bit. Any spots on that side? I got one spot on that side. Let's put this off to the side for now. Let me think here. Okay, so I need compound. Rich, do you have any compound on you?
Nope.
Oh, there's some out here. I'll go grab it. Oh, I should drop off my resin before I do, so I have more room. I'm going to dig a little hole. Throw all this stuff in there. Alright. Yeah, take that tether line and go all the way out to that core out there. And then dig from the core, and I'll take it from this deposit right here. We'll have a whole bunch of Do resources decay if left on the storage rack? They do not. At least they don't right now. Who knows what will happen in the future, but for this build in particular, they do not decay. Okay, research. Let's do it. I'm going to print that, or throw those in there. I'm going to throw that in there. Richard, you know what we could actually use if you want to take those two compounds and do another storage rack?
Sure.
And I'm going to take this bad boy, this space barbecue. Oh, shoot, I need to power this. Where's that generator? That's over here. I pluck that out. I'll throw it over here. And I need organic. Will we ever add space worms? That'd be awesome. I saw how epic they looked in that Star Citizen demo. That looked badass. So who knows? Maybe. The handling on the rovers looks a little odd. Are you happy with how they control? That can definitely be improved. And I think that's a sentiment that the whole team has right now. We barely spent any time on it. We just needed to get a rover in there and driving around. But that is definitely something that we want to improve for sure. Okay, we got to power this thing up. Now, as far as I know, and it's going to be weird to hear me say stuff like this because I am working on the game. But when I say things like, as far as I know, this is going to happen, what I mean by that is I spend so much time playing the game that the only times I'm really playing it, or excuse me, I spend so much time making the game that the only times I spend playing it are really just to test the things that I'm doing, which is usually just to test worlds. So I don't actually get to spend a lot of time playing like these huge sessions. I usually maybe do that about once a week. And things change rapidly, especially with the madman that Jacob is doing a lot of the design for the game, or a lot of the massive updates that we go through. So sometimes I get to experience things fresh, and that's the case here as well. So as far as I know, what's about to happen is somewhat random. So I'm gonna hit the research button, and we're gonna get something random out of it. And this one in particular, what did I get? I researched a recipe token, and I believe the recipe token allows us to print new things. I'm going to clean up this hot mess that we got going on here. I'm actually going to flatten this terrain back. There we go. Leaving our base a little messy. Go ahead and grab this, bring it over here. Oh, we didn't unlock anything just yet. Okay, printer's unpowered. Rover is good to go. We've got storage racks. I think what we're going to want to do is build a shuttle. But before we even do that, we need fuel. What is available at the printer? Where did the... Let's go ahead and steal this off of there. The word I used is diegetic. D-I-A-G-E-T-I-C. I don't know if it was coined by the people that worked on Dead Space, but that's where I read about it a long time ago. Is this game going to be available on Mac? I sure hope so. At least I would say probably at some point it's definitely going to be available on Mac. Whether or not that fits into early access, I'm not sure. But we will definitely find out. Okay. So I just want to see what I have available to us here. Oh, recipe token. Okay, we need 2 lithiums. Oh, baby. Okay, I've got that 1 lithium. Where did they put that? Richard, I got a funny idea. We're gonna go look for more lithium at another wreck. This is gonna be kind of funny, I think. Yeah, throw that in there. You see that wreck over there? If you look, which direction is that? If you look east, that wreck that I went to originally, over there. There's a seat in there. Can you go get that and bring it back?
Sure.
Actually, if you just go, I'll meet you there. You go over there, dig the seat out, and I'll bring the rover, and we're gonna go on a silly adventure for some lithium and see what this research token does. I need the generator. You're not gonna be able to carry the seat in your backpack. You'll just have to kind of bring it out and put it on the train, and I'll show up with the rover. Excuse me. Okay. Future power. I'm gonna beat you to this thing, man. I'm out. Guy got the seat. Alright. Get in. Can you hit tab and get in? Nope, you just took it off. Try hitting tab and get in. Just hit the tab key, Rich. Move your mouse around and see if the tab thing pops up. Here, I'm gonna try this. You get in the driver's seat. There you go. Beauty. Alright. Oh, you look like you were in. Are you not in?
I'm driving.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm out. Look at this. Look at this silliness. Okay, don't touch the rover. Where'd you go? Oh, you're underground. Hit 9 on the numpad to pop yourself out. Make sure your numlock's not on. There you go. I'll flip this bad boy over. So, that's a perfect opportunity for me to mention that this game is still in development. We're also going in early access, and a lot of that stuff is going to happen as I'm playing. I'm surprised it's taken this long to see some straight up jankiness in the game, but that's it. That's what this is going to be like. Okay, let's try this again. What do we have here? We have 2 seats. I can get in the back. Richard, can you get in the front one and try that? And why are you walking around? Oh man, this game, this does not want us to both drive this thing. That's hilarious. Whoa, it's breakdancing. Oh man. Okay, don't touch it. Okay, new plan. We're both not gonna get in the rover. We're both gonna have our own rovers. Okay, you drive that rover back to the base, and I'll take this. I'll take this seat, and we'll build another rover. No, this game's coming out on Steam Early Access, Xbox Game Preview, and Windows 10 Game Preview this December. What you guys are seeing is... I'm one of the developers of the game. My name's Adam. And I'm one of the artists that works on System Era. Or, excuse me, on Astroneer at System Era. And we're just playing a build of the game as it's in development right now. And again, that's why you're going to see some weird stuff happen. Okay, so we're not going to do... We're each going to have our own rover, so now we just need a buttload of compound, which we've got. Why don't I just go ahead and load myself up with this? Make this a little easier. How'd you make out with that rover? Oh, I can see it. I can see it flipped over in the background. I think there might be a problem with on the client side. So Richard's a client, I'm the host, I'm the server, and there's some discrepancies between what clients and hosts can do right now, and I believe one of them is just the simple act of getting in a rover and driving it. So we'll see how this works when we build another one. But for now, I'll do the driving. Actually, why don't we... If that's going to be a problem, why don't we just do this? I'll take a storage rack. Let's take this one here. Let's go ahead and empty it. So, Richard, my rover will produce oxygen for us. So we're going to have to bite the bullet and go together. Why don't you follow me and we'll just go look for a cave and we'll try to find a cave or a wreck. Actually, there's a wreck way back there. Although I don't know if that one will give us anything. Want to follow me?
Sure.
Well, we've got another thing to discover. I'm going to quickly poke around in the dirt and see if I can find anything. Oh, I've got another one of the research things right here, actually. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do beacon. Print myself a little beacon. And then as I walk away, I'll see this little thing. Eventually you'll be able to like customize the icon that's on it and maybe put some text on it yourself. But for now, it's just a reminder to come back here and take a look. I want to see what else is on this thing really quickly. I want to see if we have anything that has anything attached to it. I don't think we do. Although it looks like this thing might give power. Okay. Alright, let's move on, Rich. Why don't we park... Why don't we park at the base of the mountain over here? We'll get some high ground and try to check around for another wreck. I can see one way out in the distance, but I don't know if that's the right kind. Oh, shh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, how do I get out of this? Okay. Can you deform terrain and... let's see here. There we go. Nice. Holy crap. Okay, back up. Boom. Beauty. You did it. Alright, let's go to this mountain, climb this thing, and try to search around for more wrecks. And what we're on the look for is lithium. How's our time, by the way? What time is it? 6:40. We're doing good. Oh. Oh, hello. Damn. I'm gonna drop another beacon. Don't have any time for this guy. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I just want to remember it's there, so I'm gonna drop that down. All right, let's climb this bad boy. Watch your oxygen as we go up. You don't want to die. And I just want to take a quick look for. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna have to build a switch back here just so we don't slide down. Haha. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to that thing and get some lithium. I found one. Where'd you go? Are you climbing this? Oh, you're bringing tethers with you. You're crafty. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, please don't die. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Phew. Okay. Alright, Rich. If you keep going up there, you're gonna see that little wreck thing that's up on the hill. Actually, Rich, why don't you come back down, grab those tethers as you make your way back down, because we don't need them up there right now. I'm just going to answer some questions really quickly. With such a small team, how do you split up non-dev/design work like social media, marketing, PR, and the like? I'm never not working, basically, so I can do, I mean, and I think that's the same for anybody, but we can do all these things ourselves in our spare time, get the media for that. So we work 8 hours as developers, and then we spend our extra time doing marketing and things like that. We don't work with any third parties on that stuff. It's all handle ourselves. Okay, you're going to have to follow me again here, Rich. I'll drive a little slower. Oh, I'm stuck on a rock. Oh, stuck on a rock. I'm going to back up. Right, going this way. I don't want to hurt you. Alright, follow me, man. Ooh. Oh, we found a cave, too. Well, I'll just remember cave near second beacon. Stupid ass rock, get out of the way. It looks like Richard crashed. That's why he's not on my screen. So I'm going to go solo. And when he eventually rejoins, he will be back at the base. So I'm on a solo adventure for now. Alright, getting out. Do I have... Oh, I crashed the desktop. Alright. Crashes happen. It's part of the game. Totally fine. So just while I get through this crash dump, go ahead and relaunch the game. Is there any way to die? Yes, the game can crash and kill your character. Yeah, there's lots of ways to die. You can take blunt force trauma. You can get hit by debris. You can suffocate. You can get poisoned. Lots and lots of ways to die already, and then eventually we will introduce more. Okay, relaunching Astroneer. So for those of you that missed the intro, you guys get to see it again. How can you see your health? You don't actually see your health. You'll just sort of know the sides of the screen get a little bit red, and then eventually you'll just die. There's no health bar. So this is our front end. It's that diegetic interface right away. We don't have many 2D UI elements. I think we do for like the escape menu when you're changing your video settings and controls and stuff like that. But we want everything to be 3D in the game right away, including where you launch from. So this is actually a new game, but I'm going to go ahead and load. Please stop fogging the camera with your breath. I can't, man. I'm just too excited. I'm heavy breathing over here. I will... Here, I'll move it away. Out of the direct line of sight of my mouth. How about that? Alright, we're back in my game. So, I want to climb that because I... Oh, I hope that wreck is still there. That'd be kind of poopy if it wasn't. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Where am I? What is this? What is this place? Where's my base? Okay, base is over there. Makes sense. My thing that I found is over there. Oh, the wreck. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm back over here. Okay, cool. Moving on. I hope that lithium is still back at my base too. There's a chance that from that crash I lost it, but that's okay. 2 tethers will not be enough, so I'm going to build another one. And the reason I know I have 2 tethers is this is the tether bundle. And if I look at it closely, there's 2 little tether pulls on there. So I'm going to need some more. Let's go ahead and get that printed. Alright. Climbing this bad boy. Let's do this. These are tether poles. They will give me oxygen. Oh, that seat just popped right out, didn't it? Here, you can roll down the hill. Get out of here. Adios. I want that lithium. That's all we came here for. And right now you're sort of seeing the same things in here. These items will be random and more useful than just a seat as we... Oh, what's that? Hydrazine. I definitely want that for my shuttle. Don't really care about... Oh, I'll take copper, I guess. Okay. So yeah, those items will be random. And also the contents of the chest. Just like the contents of the chest. Sliding down. Alright, I've got that extra lithium. Let's go back and see what this research token does. There's that cave entrance. Yeah, I guess I don't need to put a marker down. The seat doesn't have a steering wheel. I don't know if you've noticed, man, but I can pick things up with my mind. I'm also driving this thing with my mind. That's a joke. We just haven't put the... what am I talking about? It has a steering wheel. Look, right there. Come on now. He's just turning it with his mind. When your character dies, do you drop everything or do you keep it? You drop everything. You have to go back and find your body. Alright, back at my base. Lithium's still there. Looking gorgeous as ever. Let's see what this bad boy does. Printing giant white cube. Ta-da! Ooh, recipe token. Do I have anything to give me power? Hydrazine, don't need that. Ba-ba-ba. Solar, no good. Where's the sun? Is the sun coming up? It's coming up this way. I don't think it'll be here in time. I don't have a generator, do I? Oh, I thought I had one on my rover. Oh, I guess the game ate it when I crashed. That's alright. Oh, what's up, Richard? You're back. Okay, where's that? The generator's on. I need organic. That's... Thank you, Java, for interrupting my game while I'm playing. That's great that you did that. Collecting some organic to power that generator so that I can do some research and see what I unlock. Hey Richard, hit 3 on your numpad. Yeah, and then hit 0 to turn it off. Nice. Try 1. Woo! Try 5. What's 5 do? Does 5 kill you? Yeah, you're dead. And then hit, yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay, researching. Ta-da! What's that give me? Research fuel condenser. Beautiful. We need those. Fuel condensers will make hydrazine from the water in the air. And to do that, so if the seat's not working on the rover, I wonder if it's working on the shuttle, Richard, because otherwise I might just have to go to another planet without you. Okay, so I'm going to use that. You know what? We need to get some better solutions for power here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that generator. I'm going to grab some more organic. Over here. One thing I wanted to mention too, while I'm sort of just doing some mundane stuff here and collecting up organics, is if you haven't been to our website before, head there now. Sort of while I'm collecting some plants. This isn't the most exciting part of Astroneer. It's http:// obviously astroneer.space, and that website is the handiwork of Richard, the guy that's here playing the game with me in my house. He did a bang up job.
Thank you.
What's that exploding sound? Somebody asked. I guess you'll have to play in December to find out. What do I want to print here? What do we got? Oh, is the fuel condenser a base? Where's all that resin we had, Rich? Oh no, did it eat one of our storage racks? Boo. We need resin again, man. The game, I think the game ate it.
No problem.
Yeah, shoot, you can't drive right now. Where are we here? Where's that? We had one core, resin core. Where did that go? Are you following it right now? Oh, so there's a bug. On Richard's screen, if I turn around and look, he's collecting resources from something that I don't see on my screen. Was this game inspired by Factorio and Space Engineers? It was inspired by a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. I think the biggest one, though, is just our sort of... The four of us that started the company, we just sort of had a desire to play a game like this. And I think it sort of stemmed from there. And then once we played some games like Factorio and Space Engineers, it kind of obviously was giving us some inspiration. For me personally, and you're not going to see a lot of that in the game right now, but where it's going to go, some of the inspirations for me that wanted me to get at a AAA and go into indie space was I really wanted to build something that captured that sort of honeymoon phase of DayZ when DayZ was first out as a mod. There was that sort of 2-month period before the meta got established that it was really just something special, both from a social engineering side, which I thought was really interesting, to just sort of not knowing the goals and perspectives of other people that you were coming across. Obviously the game is way different now, but that experience when I first got into the DayZ mod, when it first started way back, was really special to me, and I wanted to sort of build something that we could build into that and sort of capture that moment in a bottle and make a game around that. And then obviously things like Space Engineers, Factorio, you know, some of the fantasies that the guys at Hello Games are doing with No Man's Sky, no comment on the rest of the game, were really sort of inspiring for us, and we wanted to sort of jump into there. I think Richard just died in front of me. Oh, no, you hit the button. Hang on, I gotta get out and look at this, so do that again. What were you doing? What the hell? Okay, see you later, man. Alright, Richard's dead body is sliding away. That's... Alright. Okay, so I got some resin back here. What the heck was I doing? Oh yeah, building over here. So let's... Holy crap, we got a lot of stuff we do not need. If this doesn't do what I think it's going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start working on a shuttle, and we're going to go explore another planet. Fill that in. I'm trying to see. The problem with the rover isn't that you were putting. Yeah, the problem with the rover might have been that there's two like driver seats on it, but typically it's just a seat, and if it's in the if it's in the forward slot, then it's the one that you drive from. We use the same seats on shuttles and things like that, so it shouldn't be that problem, but it's one that I've noted, and I'll make sure that the programmers know about it. Fuel condenser, there it is. Booyaka. Alright, I'm going to grab some... And you know what, I'm actually going to talk through this a little bit because I want to see if I can figure out what I did. So, I built myself a research module, which is on the left. That lets me research things that I find. I found this space barbecue. And I made the art, so I think it's okay for me to make fun of it. I built that space barbecue, which we then researched at the research table. That gave me a research token, which was something I could print at the printer, which gave me this box here. We researched the box. Out of the box came the ingredient for the condenser. and that took a lot of sort of running around. Actually, you know what? Actually, what I'll do here is I'll build this condenser. We'll just start producing some fuel, and then I'll let Twitch decide, the chat to decide what we do next, and I'll give you guys 2 options. Let's go ahead and put this. Okay, would you guys rather me go to another planet and explore that for the rest of the stream, or would you rather... we can still do that, or would you rather me jump into a cave system on this planet that I'm on? Oops, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. Would you rather me explore a cave system on this planet that I'm on, and we can check that out? Caves, new planet, caves, caves, new planet, caves. Don't leave, Richard. Richard might have to die, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. This was a terrible idea because there's no way I can pull this, so we're just gonna go ahead and do both. Richard, can I leave you at the base for a little bit?
Yep.
I'm gonna show these. People a cave system. Are you able to drive this rover at all? Come over here and see. Show me if you can drive this thing yet. I'm gonna look back and see. Yeah, you're in. Can you drive that? WASD? Nothing happens? You're just sitting in it looking good?
I look good.
Yeah, on my screen you're running in spot. That doesn't look good. Okay, get out. Okay. I'm gonna drive it. Sorry, man. Okay, where was that cave that I said I found? It's over here. I need a generator before I go and do anything, so... why don't I load up here? Okay, I've got 2 organics. I'm gonna make that generator. I'm gonna make myself a... oh, I've already got tethers. Well, whatever, I'll do more tethers. Okay, we've got a bunch of tethers, got some power sources. Richard, I'll leave you at the base. Godspeed. I mean, you make this base prettier and better than ever. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm on the search for that cave that I found earlier. And when we space... oh, I'm gonna hit this rock. When we travel... there will be other cave system and massive caverns and all this kind of funky stuff that we can find. Alright. We're going down. I gotta watch my power because it's gonna get low. Bunch of hematite in here. That's gonna screw with my... oh, this might be hard to get down. You know what? I think I might park it and then walk in. Alright, Mr. Rover. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna give you... let's see... I kind of want that for myself. You know what? We'll just build some tether lines and we'll go from there. Oh, crap. Okay. That's... I don't want to jump down. That'll hurt. Let's see if I can... figure out a way to deform myself down here. Where's the edge of this cave? See if I can see... oh, no! I just died, Rich. Fuck. Ugh! the rover's back there, too. Alright, Rich, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna rescue this thing. And my body. We need my body. Okay, I've got solar panel on me. I've got the generator still. I lost all my resources. What do I need? What do I need? What do you have on you? Let me see your backpack. You got a tank and some tethers. You're useless to me right now. We need... Shit. I'm really upset that happened. Which way was it? It was that way. Right? It was that way? It was this way? Which way was it? It was this way. Aha! Alright, man. You want to hightail it to this thing with me and see if we can survive?
Sure.
Let's do it. I know there's an oxygen core on the way that we could fill up on. I think I saw. The chat is upset that I died, and they're saying that you were the one that was supposed to die. Okay, let's run to this thing here, because we can pull some oxygen from it. I'll grab 3, and then you can grab 3. Pull some from that, and then we'll go down this cave. And the rover should be down there, and then we'll get my body back. Yay, rover's alive. Turn off my headlamp. Look at that. Yeah. There's my buddy. Alright, headlamp back on. Let's boogie. Did you wave? You waved. So this is hematite. This is used for crafting some later game stuff, which I'll try to show you guys before we close the build down. Now, I fell down here, Richard. I don't recommend you fall, because it will kill you. Oh, what the heck is going on with your screen there? You okay? Yeah, go ahead and collect all that stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and dig straight down this way. And then switch back and go the other way. Please poke out. Please poke out. Yeah. Oh. Oh, how far down is that? I can't tell. Oh, crashed the desktop. When's the last time I saved the game? Anytime I get into it, man. Okay, I'm gonna switch back here because you guys are looking at a black screen. Okay, I think I'm in a good spot. I'll just relaunch, and we can see the intro. Great opportunity to bring up the fact that this game is still in development. It is not launched on Steam or Xbox Game Preview yet. Steam Early Access, Xbox Game Preview. It'll be out this December. So crashes happened. I think that's crash number 2 since we've been playing tonight. But the good news is the saving is working pretty well, so I'll just be able to jump in somewhere around where I died, I think. And I'm back in the game, so I'll go ahead and switch over for you. And we're back. We're back in. Any plans for built-in voice or text chat? Not immediately, if ever. And the reason is that the platforms that we're releasing on support chatting with friends and voice chatting with friends. That's not to say we don't want to have any communication tools in the game. We certainly do. But it might be something that is more like, here, I'll show you. So this little thing here. Oh. Haha. Oh, look at that. I don't have to go back and kill myself again. But we can at least explore that cave some more. So this little thing here, this thing that I dropped down, we might use a more in-depth system that's sort of based on this, so you can communicate that way. Maybe using like things like emojis and stuff like that. But you can certainly text with your friends and voice chat with your friends easily. Alright. Where the hell... Okay, are you back in the game? No, okay. Alright. I'm gonna take this empty rover back to that cave. I am determined to get to the bottom of it without killing or crashing. Or, excuse me, words, how do they work? Without being killed or crashing the game. But before I go, what do I have on my backpack? If I have that generator... Do I have a generator? I don't. Oh, I do! Oh, get the hell out of here, Resin. I don't need you. I don't need that because I'm going to be in a cave, so you can stay on. Oops. I'm going to take that off, put that on, put that on. I'm going to take this guy. Oh no. Oh no, I just lost it through the world. Ugh, okay. That resin's gone. I didn't like it anyway. Going back down. Excuse me, hematite. Oh. It is incredibly dark down here. Oh, oh, nope, that's the hole. Don't want to go down there. Okay, I'm going to park this thing here. And I'm going to start tethering now. I want to try that plan that I had of going and making that little switchback, so let's try that. I'll just do a little update again because I think there's some new people in here that don't know much about the game. So my name is Adam. I'm one of the developers working on Astroneer, which is the game that you're watching being played. And we're just sort of checking it out. It's in private beta right now with friends and family members of the team. And I'm playing that build. I'm playing the same build that we're giving to them for their feedback. And we're using that feedback to make sure that what we give on Steam Early Access and Xbox Game Preview enough love and polish before we do that and get it in your hands so that you can help us shape Astroneer to be the best version of itself that it can be. And I've tried to get down to this cave a few times now and died amazingly, so I'm going to attempt it one more time. And if I happen to fail, A, that's okay, but B, I'm just going to try to go into space and we're going to go to another planet altogether. So I think last time I did this I wasn't down far enough, so... Oh, shoot. Oh, is it right there? Baby steps, don't want to get... Oh, it's right there. Okay, perfect. Oh, slow down. Yes! We did it. Alright. This is massive. And kind of scary because I can't see what's out there. But these tether posts give me light and oxygen, so I'm going to use them as much as I can. And we're going to go see what we can see. So from a developer side, the caves are sort of, in terms of like how I've been focusing on building the worlds, the caves are sort of at the lower end of what I've been focused on. I've been making sure that all the biomes that we have are pretty in-depth. The rules that they have when they're jittering are there. The types of planets that we have. This is a Terran planet type that I'm on right now. So you'll notice that the caves are somewhat bare. There's not a lot of stuff in them. Really just some simple resources. But as we build the game, and you'll also see on other planets, I've done some other stuff with them as well. But you're not going to see a lot of unique stuff underground right now, except for some of the resources and some of the things that you can discover. But that doesn't mean that as we go and as the game gets developed, that doesn't get more content rich. Oh, there's like a little hole in that wall. I love little moments like that. Okay, I ran out of tethers. That's okay. Let's go. Some caves up there. What's in here? Oh. I know what that is. I don't want to tell you guys what that is. I want you guys to play and find out. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go until I have half oxygen and then I gotta run back. There might not be anything spawning down. I mean, these things will kill me if I interact with them. And they do have little fun things on them that I can pluck away, but I don't want those right now. So I'll tell you what, why don't I try to get back to the surface? I will work on... If I don't die here. Please don't die. Please don't die. Come on, baby. And I'll focus on making a shuttle, and we'll go visit another planet. You guys can sort of see some of the different planet types that we have. All right, back up to the surface, back to my rover. Gonna build a shuttle. We're gonna GTFO to another planet. The heck is that? Oh my god. No joke, I have no idea what this thing is doing. What's that? No, I just found this orange thing on the ground, and I can't even pick it up. Is this like the thing that Nibbler poops on Futurama? It's like super heavy that I can't pick up? What the hell? Okay, that legitimately scared the crap out of me when that noise happened too. And there's lithium over here. Where's this coming from? Where's all this good stuff coming from? Alright. I gotta ignore Nibbler's shit for now and just go ahead and get back up to the surface. I don't know if I should take this thing with me or not. Oh, no, let's get out of here. Did you fill me in?
Oh, Riley did.
Oh, Riley's in the game right now? Son of a bitch. Riley filled in the cave system. I didn't even know he was in the server right now. Oh my god, Riley. I gotta dig out now. So Riley's our... where are you? Okay, Richard died. Yeah, hi. Asshole. Okay. I gotta punch through here. I'm trying to get to outer space, man. You're getting in my way. Saving game. That's good to know. Yeah, hi, Riley. You jerk. Going back to my base. Alright. I have no sympathy for Riley. I hope he meets his ultimate demise. You don't cave in your bros in a cave like that. That's not cool, man. Okay, shuttle time. Not a rover, but a shuttle. Oh, is there anything else? Okay, shuttle needs compound. Do we have compound? No. Doesn't look like it. Do you have compound, Riley? No, you've got a bunch of tanks. Alright. Going on a compound run. I just realized my storage rack is all buggered up. There we go. Riley, if you're at the base, can you power the fuel condenser? I just need hydrazine for the shuttle. Ugh, this thing. Is there any more compound around here? What? Oh. I noticed too my rover is almost out of power. So I'm gonna take this guy. Oops. I'm gonna take this guy. And it's gonna sit there and burn that organic. And it's going to produce fuel, which we can see in the battery in front of me here. And I'm going to quickly run out to this wreck and see if there's any hydrazine on it. Oh, there's that orange thing again that scared the crap out of me last time. Also, there's 2 seats. Let's go ahead and assume that those are Yo-Dog seats. What's this? Geothermal. It's geothermal. Oh, that's the stuff that goes in geysers. Okay, I'm gonna grab this thing. I'm gonna bring it back and see if Riley knows what to do with it. 'Cause I don't have a freaking clue what to do with this thing, and I know it scared the crap out of me last time I clicked it. Don't need any of those guys, sorry. Alright, heading back to the base. Look at that sunrise. I've noticed as I'm playing, the performance has dropped a tiny bit. And again, that just goes back about that blog post that I wrote, that when the game ships, it's incomplete. And that doesn't mean just the content, that means also performance stuff. So a few people have asked me, you know, what kind of machines do you need to run on it? I'm playing on a $2,500 desktop, but Richard's actually playing on a laptop right now. Richard, how old is that laptop?
About 4 years.
It's 4 years old?
At least.
Okay, and how many frames do you think you're getting right now? Like maybe, run around, let me see it. It's not bad. It's like 20 frames, 30 frames right now. So Richard's getting about 20 or 30 frames on a game that hasn't been optimized on a 4-year-old laptop right now. So I know that's not specs. I know you guys are asking for specs and we haven't been able to answer that just yet, but that just gives you an idea of what we're doing. Okay. Adding. Shuttle print. Alright, guys, for this next part, can I ask you both to log off? I just want to make sure we can get through space travel and not have any performance problems from 2 people being in the game. Riley and Rich, go ahead and drop off whenever you guys have a second. And thank you for the hydrazine, I see that. Where, I need to power this, I think, again. Where did... Actually, no I don't. Here, let's do this. Seat. I'm gonna take the storage rack, it's got some goodies on it. Throw some fuel. Oops. Here's a funny little bug. So when Riley logged out, all of his stuff is still floating in the sky. I wonder if I can take it. Oh, I can. That's hilarious. Gimme. What do I want? I'll take that fuel. I'll take that oxygen. Oh, and you got fuel right there. Perfect. I need one more fuel, so we need a little bit of power. I'm going to go ahead and quickly print a solar panel. Oh, he's got a solar panel. Why aren't you... Uh-oh. Come on now. Oh, okay, that's broken. We'll just take the little one then. I think I just saw Riley die in the background. That's funny. Okay, please hurry up and power yourself. I'll give you my battery to make it go faster. Oh, can you take back? Oh, can you take from my backpack battery? That'll be interesting. Let's see that. Looks like it. Looks like it's giving it free. Oh, because my backpack automatically generates power, so it looks like it's a slow feed. So I'm not even gonna bother with that then. I just need enough for one more. Is there any power sources around here? Oh, there's hydrazine right there. Actually, you know what? That's probably enough. So, that's not a full tank, but that's okay. What do I have on me here? I've got a generator. I've got one organic. I've got this mystery thing that I have no idea what it does. No. Go away. Oh, I crashed. Okay. That's okay. We'll launch again. As normal, I will use this opportunity to talk a bit about the game. So it's called Astroneer. It's a game that's still in development. I am one of the developers. There's 6 of us on the game. 6. And because it's still in development, it still crashes. Some weird janky stuff that happens. As we build the game, that'll get ironed out. Game is relaunching, so I will switch back. Take this time to read some questions. Mystery item looks like Jacob's dynamite that he was making on his stream. Oh, okay. That's probably why it scared the crap out of me when I clicked it and it made an explosion noise. Yes, so there's been some questions about the Windows 10 Xbox One relationship. So it is our full intention to make this game a play anywhere game. It's also our full intention to make this game cross-platform. So if you have a friend that's using the Windows 10 version and you have it on Xbox One, we would love it if you guys could play with each other. That is our intention with that. And same thing with Play Anywhere. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Get back over. Oh, I'm way back. Oh, okay, I'm way back right here. Going back. What time are we at here? We're coming up to 90 minutes. So, what I'll do is I'm going to cheat a little bit. You guys won't be able to do this while you're playing, I don't think. But we have a debug menu in the game, and I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a shuttle and all of the things that I need. Shuttle. Go ahead and rip the seat off my rover. Put that on there. I need some hydrazine, which we've got right there. I'm going to spawn some more. Astroneer is a game that is going to be on Steam Early Access. You can add us to your wish list already. It's also going to be on Xbox and Windows 10 Game Preview. It'll be released in December for $19.99 US. If you're on Twitter, you can follow us at Astroneer Game. Same with Facebook, facebook.com/Astroneer Game. My name is Adam. I'm one of the developers. I'm actually one of the person responsible for the look and feel of the worlds. So, by trade, I'm an environment artist. I worked in AAA space for about 10 years before leaving to go indie and make Astroneer, a game of that I've wanted to play for a very long time. And I had an environment, a background in environments and building them. So that's what I do. Whoa, that is definitely dynamite. Jesus. Okay, don't click the dynamite button. Good to know. I'm gonna get in this thing and see if it'll just take off. I can always cheat and add more stuff later. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I saw it. Okay, we're taking off sideways, but that's okay. Later, world. I'm trying to see what planets we have here. So I've got the moon. I've got this guy. I've got one way over there. I've got one right there. I thought I saw another one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Is it on the other side of the sun and I can't see it? Oh, there it is. It's kind of clipping out right now. Well, there's two of them right there. Okay, so somebody tell me a color. Blue. What do we have here? Blue. Diarrhea orange. Moon. Pink. More blue. More moon. What the hell's that? What color? Where am I going? You guys tell me. Red. Alright. We're going to red. Which planet's this one? This looks like it might be the radiated planet, but while I'm over here, I'm going to take a quick look and see if I can't see it. This is the one that I built, I think, on the Twitch stream last time. This looks like it might be the arid type with a moon that's orbiting it. That's pretty nice. I'm just going to go ahead and touch down. See what happens. So, I'm sure a lot of space enthusiasts are looking at this right now saying, what the hell are these orbital mechanics? Why is it auto-flying? We will work on that as we go through. We just needed to get it in so we can travel. And as like everything else in this game, as we do that, we will we will grow these ideas into things where maybe you can actually control the space, the ship as you travel. Wow, this planet's gonna make me sick. It's traveling so fast. Okay, so what do we have here? I have no way of generating power right now, so I'm gonna need solar. Yeah, it needs full control over spaceship. I think a lot of people agree with that. But again, just for the baby steps, we just wanted you to be able to travel between planets, and this is the simplest way for us to do that. As we're in early access and we grow the team, and that means that our ideas will grow. So we'll grow what it means to space travel in Astroneer. But right now, it's just a bit of an automated process. I'm going to take a quick look around, see what I see. This planet looks completely void of... Well, void of shadow. Where is my shadow? But it looks like there's not a lot of resources. Oh, there's something over here. What's this? Titanium. I'll take it. Alright, let's go to another planet. Normally you would plunk down, you would explore around this planet, you would find new things. There's a whole cave system in there that's actually different from the other one that we were on. But I want to show you guys a few more planets here before we end the stream. What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to go to this one. This one looks different. And way bigger than the other one I was on. Jeez. Let's go. Does this game have multiplayer? It sure does. When we launch in early access later this year, we will support 4-player co-op. You actually just missed it, but a friend of mine who's actually here in the room with me was playing multiplayer with me earlier on the stream. Whoa, I think I just flew right through the planet. That's a bug. Alright, let's go ahead and land. See what this planet looks like. This game looks just as bad as No Man's Sky. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say that. Okay, I'm in. I'm falling. This planet is much different than the other one. Oh, there's some cool little weeds over there. I'm just trying to see if there's any resources on this one. Again, with the minerals. Are we going to fight creatures and have weapons? Probably not. I mean, astronauts don't really have that right now, and I think there's a lot of games that do that sort of space combat stuff pretty good. Our game is more about exploration and discovery than it is sort of adversarial. I want to go on that planet. What is that planet? I think that's the Tundra planet. I want to go on that bad boy. But my spaceship is floating in the sky. Ha! Worked. Alright, taking off. Where did that sexy blue planet go? Is that it right there? That's it right there. Oh, we're going there. Where'd that planet go? Where'd it go? Oh, jeez. Okay, it's right there. We'll do some exploring on this planet. We'll see what's up. So every planet offers different challenges. You've seen me land on a couple planets that had no resources on the surface except for minerals. Those planets will have a lot of resources deep underground that you're going to have to find and discover. But for the stream, I don't think that would be too exciting on our end, so I just want to sort of jump around to different planets and check it out. Wow, this planet's super green. Okay. Oh, it says there's compound. Am I collecting it? I'm not collecting it. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna quickly empty out my backpack and see if I can either collect or not collect stuff. Okay, that collected. That's good. Off to a good start. Let's go over to this compound. Okay, that's collecting. Oh, good. My dude's doing a little dance as he runs here. Oh, I wonder if... I'm gonna have to make a note to myself. This planet's gravity is way too high. I cannot jump at all. Okay, so what I'll do, I will save and quit. I'm gonna go ahead and relaunch the game from the start. We'll land on a fresh planet again. It'll be back on that beginning planet, that sort of Terran planet. And I'll just show a couple more things, and then I think that's it. I think we're going to log out and call it a day. Our things generated are all designed by hand. It's actually a combination of both. So all those planets that we just landed on really quickly, those are all procedurally generated. And each one has about an average of 4 biomes that it chooses from, and they usually only choose about 2 or 3 biomes when it's making just the surface. And there's also biomes inside the terrain as well, the deeper you go. And there's like 6 planet types, so there's about 24 biomes in the game right now. And eventually we'll start doing it where types will actually mash over each other, so you might have a bit of an arid area on top of a tundra planet. But for now, it's sort of like that 4X game model where there's just like a tundra planet, there's a barren planet, there's an arid planet, exotic, things like that. I'm going to switch back because the game is loaded. I'll wait for it to load up here for you. Celtic Wolf asks, when you move the ground around and it takes away from the planet, are you able to erase the planet completely? I think if I tried to do that right now, that probably would happen. But obviously that's one of those things that we're going to want you to manage as a player as we go through, I'm sure. Where maybe, you know, to add terrain, you have to subtract terrain first from the world. But for now, it's just a bit of an open tool for you to use, so you can just sit there and subtract and add terrain as you see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and start fresh. So I'm just going to drop some things in here and we can check them out. Let's see here. So a lot of this is like early art. So here's a large rover. It uses a slot system, just like the other one. It has no seats, but for instance, eventually you will be able to build a double seat where you and a friend can sit on it and drive around and do all kinds of fun stuff. Or maybe you want to put a... Let's see here. If you guys saw the GDC demo, we had the... What is that? What did I just put on there? Uh-oh. What is this? Crane. Where's the crane? Oh my god, there's the crane. So if you guys saw the GDC demo, you saw the crane. I'm going to take this thing off if I can. Of course I can't. That's okay. Crane's kind of fun. It's got 2 snapping points on it, so you'll be able to snap whatever you want to it. I think, like, as an example, just to sort of show how silly this can get. You could snap a seat to the bottom of the crane if you wanted to. And I think get into it. And you can, like, drag a friend around if you wanted to. But yeah, so we use a hierarchical snapping system in the game. So if it has, like this thing here, if it has 2 spots on it, then that's a medium size, and that requires anything else that has 2 slots on it, which the bottom, if I can show you, the bottom of this thing does. And that means that they snap nicely together. Or, as an example, I could take something small, like a resource, and snap it there if I wanted to. And the same thing goes if you look on the top of this thing here. So this seat here actually takes... Oops. I'm not going to be able to get that off, am I? No, I'm just getting in. So this seat takes 4 slots, and if we look... Here, I'll make another rover. Another large rover. There's 8 slots on it. So that double seat that's over here... That double seat here would take up the 4 slots, and you would slot it in. And now it looks really basic. It just looks like a couple wheels sitting in between a white cube or a white cubic shape, and that's just because that's just early art. That's how we get things in and test them out. And then before launch, we will art it up. And you can do other cool stuff, which you may have seen in the trailer, which is I can show some of that. So you can do, let's see, base. Nope, don't want that one. Rover large. Yes, that's the one I want. And we'll do another one over here. Rover large. Thank you. We'll do a seat. And if you want to get crafty with some friends, you can put them together. Start driving around. You can daisy chain a bunch of them together. Put some storage on there. Put the crane on the back of it so the crane can start digging some stuff up for you. There'll be terrain and resources that will require the crane to dig it out. If somebody just said, "Oh snap!" If that's a cunning joke on your part for our snapping system, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So there's lots of ways. Like as I said, as the game grows, and we go into early access, we have a direction we want to push the game into. But really, where we take it is sort of up to the reaction and the sort of feedback that you guys give us. Obviously, there's going to be bugs and things are going to go weird sometimes. And if you report those, that's awesome. Thank you. But really, we need ideas. We haven't, like I said, we'll post the roadmap before we launch, so you guys can check that out. That'll be on astroneer.space in your browser. And we'll publish the roadmap. You guys can help us grow that, encourage us to go certain ways. Maybe you like one idea more than the other. And like I said, there's only 6 of us on this team, so we need to get it out there to you guys so that we can make this the best thing we can. Before I go, I'll answer a couple more questions, and then I think I'll log off for the night. Will I put this on YouTube? I will. Absolutely will. Just going to scroll through some questions here really quickly for you guys. Is there another way to extend your rovers? I mean, you can extend them by attaching them together, but one of the things that Jacob wants to explore, and maybe this is something that you guys can peer pressure him to stream about, is how upgrading works. So, there's one way we can actually do a physical upgrade where you can have this sort of medium rover and this medium rover and this large rover, and that's a physical upgrade. But there's actually ways that Jacob wants to explore doing things with like actual item upgrades, and he's got some really good plans for that. If you guys head to our Twitter at Astroneer Game. Or excuse me, Twitter at Astroneer Game. You should be able to find Jacob there, no problem. If not, I'll send a tweet out and you guys can bug him for that. But it would be great for him to get on Twitch and do another stream for that, for game design. And maybe that's one of the things that he talks about is how upgrading is going to work. Have I played KSP? What's my thoughts on that? I love KSP. I think KSP does a great job of being this sort of physics simulation of space travel. It's very in depth. You might even say it's hardcore. And it's definitely a game I played a lot of before jumping in wanting to play something like Astroneer. Just scrolling through some more text here. I want to make sure I answer some good questions for you guys. If you could pick things up with your mind, why would you need a crane? That's a good question. I don't know if we'll ever answer it, though. Can you deconstruct buildings and equipment back into resources? That is certainly an idea that we have floated around. I just realized maybe you guys would actually want to see the game instead of my stupid face here while I'm answering these things. I'm going to give myself unlimited power and oxygen and just sort of... Actually, why don't I do this while I'm playing? Why don't I just fly around? Yeah, I can even play God a little bit here. Time of day. See what other questions there are. Can you maybe build a monorail system to connect different settlements? Absolutely. In fact, that is in the game right now. That is a whole part of the game I didn't explore, which is the rail system. That's in there and working. I didn't want to just jump in and show everything for the game. I just sort of wanted to play. And I'm not the type of player that likes to go after the rail system and automation. But Jacob has been focusing on a lot of that stuff. And that's in the game right now. And it looks kind of cool because you can see your resources sliding down the little rails and stuff. It's really neat. Somebody said Holy Poppins. That is totally true. There's a lot of pop-ins. This game is just now starting to get optimized on our part. And pop-ins is just one of those things that's going to be there. We could just make it a little better and probably hide it a little bit better. But as we build the game, those are the things that'll improve, for sure. And if anybody's wondering, this is definitely a full planet. I'll quickly fly up into space. And if I look around, you'll see there's other planets. And they're all volumes just like this one is. Do you guys have an artist? And if so, what does he specialize in? We have two artists. I'm one of them. My name's Adam. And I focus on world stuff, natural things, things that the player's going to come across when they're exploring worlds, caves, mountains, all that kind of stuff, the biomes, the plants. I just worked on a few plants today, actually. And then the other artist on the project, who started the company with me originally, his name's Paul Papera. He's, I think, and this is totally biased, but I think he's the best sci-fi designer that we have right now in this industry. You can check his work out at twitter.com/Paul Papera, P-E-P-E-R-A. Maybe somebody wants to throw that in the Twitch chat. Here, I'll actually do it for you guys right now because I think you guys should go check out his stuff. And yeah, so he focuses on all the man-made stuff, so all the space modules and the base stuff and the mechanical things, the space station at the very beginning. That's all Paul's work. So there's two artists on this game. Do caves have their own biomes? They are their own biome. Will we have a free camera system like that available in the game? If that's something that you guys want, we'll put something like that in the game. I'm sure we'll do something like that. This is a debug thing that we use to sort of test worlds, but for sure, if that's something that you guys want, at least to just sort of float around, I'm sure one day we'll put something like that in the game. Somebody asked about Workshop, and I want to talk about that a little bit. I think absolutely this game is going to support workshops and mods and things like that. I've actually got a personal background in Steam Workshop. I used to be a co-owner of a website called polycount.com. And we sort of kicked off the workshop thing with Valve, with TF2 and Dota back in the day. And so workshop is a thing that I'm very conscious of, and I think is a really great thing, both from content creators and the consumer, the player. So I think it's definitely something that we want to go for. at least in terms of UGC, user generated content. That is something that we'll probably end up exploring. Somebody asked, where did I work? My last job was art director for Ubisoft, assistant art director for Watch Dogs 2. Before that, I was the art lead, art lead on Assassin's Creed Unity. I've been in the industry for just over a decade, so I've been doing this for a very long time. Okay, one more question, and then I gotta eat. It's late here, and I'm super hungry. I'll answer a question about story. Will there be some storyline in the game? Excuse me. Will there be some storyline end game or something like that? So there is. We have plans for that. We certainly have a narrative that we've been developing ourselves. There is, I guess, a golden path. So if you're somebody that wants, to sort of be like there's a middle and an end of the game, you can explore those things. And we're going to grow that idea just like we grow everything else with early access. I completely skipped all of that stuff while I was playing it. You may have seen a couple things happening in the background or heard a couple things that relate to that. But no, you can actually just ignore the story mode if you want to play this game forever and explore and find new things and trade with people. You can do all that kind of stuff. But there is that sort of golden path, that sort of story mode that we want to build. It probably won't be there in its fullest at early access. In fact, it's going to be one of those things that we want to take our time with. Also, that sunrise is really pretty right now. I'm just going to take a second to check that out myself. Yeah, that's the thing that we want to do. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This has been awesome. It's been great to actually finally play the game in front of you guys. And like I said, I wrote a blog post 2 weeks ago to this day. Go to blog.astroneer.space. It talks about what you can expect when you play this game come December, because Astroneer is going to be an incomplete game when it launches, and I think that's a very important thing for us to remember and for you to know when you go into this. But the reason that we're coming to early access, we're coming up for $20, is we want your feedback and your bugs. We want all of your notes, your comments, good or bad, so that we can make this game the best that it can be. And early access and game preview is the way for us to do that. So thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Adam. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our website. And we will see you guys again in December. Thank you so much.